skills, my ability to bring people together, those are some of the things that I would like to be able to serve my city with. I'm trying to get out and speak as much as I can because to me, my campaign, the centerpiece of it is supporting my local businesses. That's the centerpiece of my campaign. If you'll notice, and I have my flyers here that you'll see getting in the mail, you'll see them posted around, those are all local businesses on the front of that flyer showing their support for me as well as on my website. There's a reason for that. It's because businesses recognize after speaking to me and working with me, not just on the Community Redevelopment Agency that I've been sitting as a board director for over 4 years, but as a citizen in Groveland for over 10 years, most of which working with my city and working for the businesses in my city to try to do everything we can to bring a positive image to that city. And if I'm lucky enough to get elected, my top priority is going to be, one of the top priorities I'm going to be working on is returning the trust that we need to create back in our city. Okay. We've got so much going on, and most of what you see written and talked about, good Lord, if you see anything else negative about Groveland, you'll throw up, won't you? Yeah. And it's because we have a lot of challenges going on, and we haven't had management in place to meet those challenges. We're in a situation where we have perpetual growth going on, much like Claremont has had for the last 15, 20 years now. It's gotten to the point now where your growth is starting to happen even without your city leaders doing anything. Well, Groveland is in that same situation some 15 years later. We are positioned well for that business that's not staying in your city to move toward us, move west of 12th Street now. We have to be able to manage that growth, and that's consistent with any city's growth. You don't want to stifle it, you don't want to stop it, but you have to be able to manage it. If you don't, then you lose control. If you lose control, things happen like you see happening now, unfortunately. My job is to be able to come in, not just for my district, but for the city. I'm very well recognized and known, not just through Groveland, but through all of Lake County. I've worked with, and I'm recognized, and most importantly, my word is respected for Groveland, from everywhere from the senators and congressmen that represent us, Daniel's office, Senator Nelson, Alan Hayes. I've worked with all of them. Everybody's in my phone. Okay? So, and that's not because that I'm somebody special. It's because when they have something going on in Lake County that specifically includes South Lake, my voice for Groveland is one that they recognize as one that makes a difference. And that's important with your city leaders. If you don't have a voice for your city and you're not recognized with the people who you need to help get things done, then you're not going to be able to get anything. So, that management background is saying is what I'm looking for. But supporting of my local businesses, supporting of my residents, helping those businesses be able to grow and attracting the kind of business that we want is most important. Some of the things that Mickey and I was talking about are bringing in some different multi-using housing, specifically housing for some of our seniors, where prices are getting so exorbitant and out of range for them. I was talking to somebody today. I've been campaigning. I'm out every day. I'm probably the only campaign candidate you will see who's out in every day, because this is my strength. Like I told you, I'm a broker by nature, speaking to people, talking to people face to face, much like the same of you. That's what you're doing, right? That's what we do. This is what we do, talking to people. So I was speaking this morning. I was down at the Hardee's down in Groveland, talking to people, shaking hands, getting to speak to them.
That's where they're at.
That's the meeting. Anybody from Groveland know that's the meeting spot, right? Having plenty. You know, I got to get down there. So I'm down there and I'm talking with people, and we're talking about all kinds of things, sitting there having coffee. And one of the things that we mentioned is that the cost of living is not keeping in pace with the expenses of just being able to be around. Your cost for living where you are, Ms. Mickey was telling me, if you can find a 2-bedroom place, or even a 1-bedroom place now for some of our seniors, trying to find something that's less than $1,000 a month is what? Any chance?
Yeah.
Right. That's not going to work. We have an older society now. Our society, our baby boomers, are starting to come of that age, and they have to have somewhere to live. Their income is not keeping pace with what their costs that they're incurring is. And something I hear that's so sad, and it hurts me to hear that, is when you have to make the choice between paying your rent or getting your medicine or getting enough food that you want. That's not a choice that none of us should have to be making. It's not. So what we need to do, we need to have leaders in place that recognize that, because they're listening to you. They're listening to what's being said that needs to be done, what our residents, what our businesses need, what we need to be looking at, just not now, but in the future for the next 10 and 20 years. Those are the types of industries and things that I'm looking to work on. I have been working on. Some of the projects that I'm currently working on that you see that are there are working on some multi-unit housing. And I'm not talking about low income. I'm talking about affordable, attractive, proactive looking housing. Something that your sons and your daughters coming out of college, when they're looking to stay in the city, stay in the area and try to find work, then they want to be able to have somewhere to live. Because a lot of them are not looking to do like some of us are doing with the house. They just want somewhere they can move and go, right? They're trying to move. Well, they have to have somewhere to live. Some of the other things we're looking at is, one of my big things with businesses is talking to all of our local businesses, see who they do business with, and then reach out to those businesses and show them why coming to South Lake is a good move for them. We need to be able to get out and be seen and do that. Utilize the businesses that we have and their contact that they've spent so much time and their good trust and their good name, extending, and be able to be trusted with that enough so that you can reach those people too. But when you do that, you have to have some place for them to come and to operate from. Another thing we need is business suites or business incubation programs. I've been working on incubation programs for the last 6 years. Basically what an incubation program is a facility that is a lower cost facility, completely fully supported, meaning everything from somebody to answer phones, to internet, to conference room, everything a business would need to come in and operate in that area without having a whole lot of exorbitant costs to come along with it. So having that in conjunction with that housing, along with our downtown area, which will naturally be able to build up because of that. Businesses come, retail stores, coffee shops, web cafes, those things come where you see businesses operating and flourishing, right? So you're creating a triangle, a business corridor, a triangle, where it's going to be able to be a draw for us. Claremont, you've been so lucky to be able to have what you got now. I look at some of the businesses coming down, and I even walk into a couple of them and say, hey, you got another office, west of 12th Street, I'm trying to get you to come down there. But these are all some of the ideas that I've been perpetuating for months. Some of them I've been working on for years. These are the reasons why I'm running for office. Because my city is beautiful. Ms. Mickey knows, she's been there longer than I have. We are situated and we are in a great position. We're finally drawing some of the attention that we have been hoping to get ever since we got the racetrack and the Tractor Supply. I just talked to Mark, the manager there yesterday, and his district manager who support me. And we've gotten those kind of businesses in, and now the Dunkin' Donuts and Baskins is coming. We have other businesses on the horizon that are already speaking that they're coming to us, such as the Taco Bell. We have a dialysis center that's coming. We've got a Hess gas station that's already committed for the corner where the Walgreens is at.
Okay.
We need to have these businesses, but they need to know that when you reach out to them, you have something not only just to offer, but the stability they're going to be looking for when they're going to come, and the support that they're going to need to be able to get there and sustain there. 2 weeks ago, I met with the attorney for one of the largest projects that we have seen in Groveland, maybe for a long time, probably since Trilogy. I met with the project that the attorney for the project for the Village City. That's going to be a large project up at the corner up there where 19 and 27 meet, that part of Groveland. That's a project that's going to cover over 2,300 acres. That's going to be huge. We're talking about, and that's something I want you guys to keep on your radar too, because you guys are definitely going to want to be impacted and part of that. We're talking about over 5,000 different homes, businesses, schools, hospitals. There's hospitals coming in there. We have 2 hospitals right now that we're in conversation with that want to come to Groveland. 2 that want to come in our area. These are things that we have to be able to do. And the partnerships we create with them. Mayor Kelly, Pat Kelly up here in Mineola, he and I have already talked about trying to work together because they've got so much sustained growth that they're looking at right now with their new turnpike intersection where they're connecting in. How that can work along with what we've got going on over there. Because when you're thinking about, when you're trying to manage the growth of a city, you're managing for the next decade or 2, not the next month or week or year. And you have to have the ability, the management skills, and the voice to be able to do that. If you don't, you're not going to accomplish what you need to accomplish, and you're not going to be doing your citizens and your businesses the justice that you need to be doing for them. The reason why I'm running is because the opponent that I'm running against has not been able to accomplish that. for whatever multitude of reasons, which doesn't concern me. What does concern me is that we can ill afford to let that business, to let those jobs, to let that growth pass us by.
Amen.
And that's something I cannot stand for, and that's the reason why I'm running again after 6 years. That's the reason why I'm back out here. So, I wanted to take this time to thank you and let me come in. Thank Mr. Victor for letting me come in and speak. And if you know anybody in Groveland, I know I got several people here who live in Groveland, right?
Yep.
I got a few of you here, and I'm always available. These are just some of the projects we're working on. I'm happy to speak to you about some of the others. For example, there's a project that I've been pushing, and there's a forum tonight, if anybody's interested. Tonight at 6:30, the South Lake Chamber is hosting a forum at Hope International Church down on 33. So we're going to be starting with a meet and greet at 6:30. I'll be there, of course, and it's going to go on probably to about 8:30. But one of the programs, just to give you an example, I'm proactive when I'm doing this. One of the programs I've been working on for a while now is an international import-export program. In the state of Florida, we have over 60,000 businesses right now that participate in that. The international import-export program for the state of Florida dwarfs our tourism of 4 to 1. 4 to 1. We are talking about a business that brings no less than $60 billion a year to our Florida business. $60 billion a year. A business that does international exposure grows 12% faster than one that doesn't. Their wages are 15% higher than one that does not. These are things that are important to us. And I have background in international business, which is why I wrote a proposal 8 months ago about how we can help to get our businesses to get into that market stronger. And through succession with my city manager, 2 months ago, we were able to get that proposal sitting down with the city manager, the county manager, the county EDC manager, and all 5 of the largest Lake County cities, including yours, including Claremont. And that proposal right now is being run through Lake County as a pilot program. I wrote that program. That's the kind of business and the kind of forethought that I'm talking about. We need to have that, because what benefits us is going to benefit Claremont. It's going to benefit Mineola. We are linked together. What happens to one happens to all. So if we all grow, we all have things that we're working on together that's going to benefit all of us as an area, that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking to do. And with the vote of my residents, I'm hoping that you're going to give me the opportunity to do that, to serve not just my city, but to serve this area with the abilities that I have, the management skills I have, the background I have. I have no problem being out there, being in the space and speaking so proudly and so adamantly about this area and the city that I love. And I'm hoping to have opportunities to do that. So I hope you can pass the word along. And remember, November 8th, get out and vote.
Yeah.
Get out and vote. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.